Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing well. In today's face-off, we have two most loved 200cc motorcycles from the Indian manufacturers, the NS200 and the RTR200 4V. So sit back and hold tight because the things are going to get nasty. Now if you are looking for individual detailed ride reviews, we have already done a detailed ride review on the NS200 and the RTR200 2021 edition, that is the ride mode edition, and the links will be right over here. So if you're looking for individual videos, you can directly check them out. And if you are here for this face-off, then let's get started. But before we do that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our Instagram page. Yes, we are available there by the same name, that is Rev Explorers. The handle will be right over here. Go ahead and follow us there. We are also present on Facebook and Twitter by the same name. Now without wasting any more time, let's begin with the face-off. NS200 BS6 versus 2021 Apache RTR200 4V. NS200 is a charm when it comes to performance. It almost has similar figures to the Duke 200 but takes a hit when it comes to the weight. The NS200 gets a 200cc fuel-injected 4-valve triple spark motor, and because of the fuel injection, it is now smoother than ever. The throttle response is now quick, there is no throttle lag, and the engine progresses linearly. Although, due to the BS6 compliance, it misses out on power punch between 7 to 8000 RPM. But overall the bike has improved. It has gained a few kilos in this transition, but the power has also gone up. It now delivers a maximum power of 24.5 PS and a peak torque of 18.5 Nm, which I feel is sufficient for a 200cc motor. The refinement levels are also high, so there are almost no vibrations. You might feel slight buzziness beyond 9000 RPM, but that seems okay to me, not at all a deal breaker. Overall, power to weight ratio is still the same with the increased weight and power. It kind of feels sad that Bajaj has still not given a slipper clutch, which will be a real nice add-on. I mean, it does get a 6-speed unit, which is very smooth and precise. Also, the clutch is on a lighter side, so it doesn't cause any trouble. But a slipper clutch will definitely aid in aggressive shifting. And I must tell you, there is no match for NS200 in 0 to 100 as well as its top speed. With that, the NS200 delivers a fuel efficiency of around 40 to 42 kmpl, which is decent, and it is same in the cities as well as on the highways. So you get a range of roughly around 480 kilometers from a full tank, which is nice and good. Performance has not been a strong aspect of the RTR200, but TVS improves it with every iteration, and they have been going good because the Apache RTR200 does a good job now. It gets a 197cc fuel-injected 4-valve engine, which has become very smooth and refined over the years. This motor generates a maximum power of 21 PS and a peak torque of 17.5 Nm. But there is a catch. Because the motorcycle gets 3 riding modes, the power and torque changes with them. The one I just mentioned are from sports mode, and if the motorcycle is switched to urban or rain mode, the maximum power goes down to 17 PS and the peak torque goes down to 16.5 Nm. With that changes the fuel efficiency. In the sports mode, the RTR200 delivers roughly about 40 kmpl, and in the urban or rain mode, the fuel efficiency goes all the way up to 50 kmpl. So if you are riding it on the highways, you might get a range of somewhere around 450 kilometers. And while in the cities, it goes up to distances of 580 kilometers. One more thing, these ride modes do change the top speed as well. In the urban or rain mode, it is limited to 105 km/h, and in the sports mode, it is all yours, completely unlocked. In the new 2021 edition, the weight has gone down, and as already mentioned, the power has gone up, making the power to weight ratio better. It offers a good push throughout the rev range. The Apache still gets a 5-speed unit, but on the brighter side, it has a slipper clutch, which makes a world of difference. The gear changes are smooth and precise, no issues at all in aggressive shifting. The clutch is feather light and helps in bumper-to-bumper traffic, which reminds me of GTT, glide through technology, which comes in handy in traffic situations, and this is not a gimmick, it works flawlessly even on gradients. The NS200 gets a 300mm rotor in the front and a 230mm rotor in the rear. Both have biber calipers and is assisted by a single channel ABS. The brakes are very precise and both of them carry a good bite with feedback. The single channel ABS works well and helps avoid locking of the front wheel. I feel 300mm disc in the front is more than enough for a 200cc motorcycle. The ABS will only intrude when it is needed, giving you a good control over the braking. However, I feel that the switchable dual channel ABS should be introduced because it will make the motorcycle more safe, and if needed, you can always go back to the supermoto mode. On the other hand, the RTR200 does get a dual channel ABS, but the profile is altered based on the riding modes. So if in the sports mode, it is set to the least, which makes it almost as good as supermoto mode. In the rain mode, the setting is at max to help avoid any wheel lockups. And then in the urban mode, it is intermediate, making a balance best suited for the cities. This makes the RTR200 very safe in all conditions. However, in the sports mode, it still feels intruding, but that's fine looking at the overall good it does. The front brake is 270mm and has a decent stopping power plus feedback. The rear one is 240mm and it is scary powerful. It just holds the wheel then and there. Amazing bite and feedback. Works pretty well combined with Apache's dual channel ABS. The suspensions are the same on NS200, telescopic forks in the front and nitrox charged monoshock in the rear. Both of them are tuned to be on a stiffer side, which helps maintain the stability at high speeds, and in the corners, it gives good amount of feedback. Well, it is naked sports bike, so you can't expect much comfort. Although the seats are very well padded and offer good amount of comfort, the seating triangle is aggressive with rear set foot pegs, wide low set clip-on handlebars. In fact, the large tank casing comes handy in the corners. Considering it is a pure performance motorcycle, it does a good job in keeping the rider comfortable. The thing to keep in mind is to always go for MRF Nilo grip tires and not the Euro grips because they actually lack grip. The best is to get them upgraded. I wish Bajaj starts putting the MRF revs, which will definitely change the game. Overall, the motorcycle is slightly heavy, but it is never a challenge to change direction. It is so easy to maneuver. TVS has not left a stone unturned while building the RTR200 because now it gets preload adjustment on the front suspension. It is very well appreciated. The rear monoshock is still the same. However, to adjust that, you need special tools and tear down half of your motorcycle, which is a mess, and I think it can be fixed only if TVS mounts the suspension upside down. Other than that, there are no challenges. The suspension setup is a blend but can be adjusted according to rider's will and usage. So you can opt for comfort in the cities or fun on the highways. The RTR offers a good amount of stability at high speeds and while going into the corners. The bike is light and hence handling characteristics are great. It is very nimble and agile. You could just flick it with your wrist. The riding ergonomics are good, slightly rear set foot pegs, better cushiony seats than the previous generation, and a wide handlebar for good leverage. As both the suspensions are adjustable, the overall riding experience has gone up because the motorcycle can now be tuned to riders' liking. There is a big gap in terms of features when it comes to the RTR200 over the NS200. RTR has got a good LED headlight, digital instrument cluster with Bluetooth connectivity and adjustable levers, whereas NS200 is still old school. Halogen headlamps, semi-digital instrument cluster. The only good thing on NS aesthetically are the backlit switches, which gives it a premium feel. Both the motorcycles have a good build quality and definitely the looks are good. However, there is a big age difference which is a concern. Let's be very straightforward. I am a NS200 owner and I love my NS. But the problem is that Bajaj is not at all upgrading the NS200 other than the compliance mandates that are required by the government. Whereas TVS has given it all when it comes to the Apache RTR200 4V. In fact, they have given it more than what it requires, except for that 6th gear. With Bluetooth connectivity, riding modes, adjustable suspensions, slipper clutch and dual channel ABS, TVS Apache RTR200 4V is still 1000 rupees cheaper than the NS200, which still carries the 2012 design. Now I'm not saying that is a bad thing, but there are no major updates except for single channel ABS and a fuel injection that was inserted because of compliance with the government norms. I will agree that NS200 has better performance figures and the 6th gear, which helps it attain better top speeds. But does it outweigh the amount of features TVS has to offer on the Apache RTR200 4V? The answer is simply no. When back in 2017 I bought my NS200, it was a better pick than the RTR200. But today, TVS has taken a big leap in terms of RTR200. They are way ahead, the gap is big, and I strongly believe Bajaj should do something about it because we love NS200 and we don't like to see it lose in any sense. So that was it from our end. I hope this face-off was helpful for you. Do give it a thumbs up and do share it with your family and friends. If you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. The handles will be right over here. If you still have any doubts or any queries, leave it in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions for us for the next face-off, leave it in the comment section below. We'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, stay home, stay safe